The Black Lives Matter movement started out focusing on creating a world where black people were not the target of racist acts of violence, but it is turning into much more than that. I'm Tanya McRae in Simi Valley, where I spoke to one white man who says that this movement has been lacking in white support for far too long. If there is a rally or protest happening in the Conejo Valley area, it's very likely that you'll see the same person at just about every one of them, and that's John Cummings. Whether it's about politics, climate change, or human rights, John is usually out there with a megaphone or at least a sign championing his cause. These days, the cause that he's deeply committed to is Black Lives Matter.
The murder of George Floyd obviously sparked something in white people that made them realize, saying, we need to get involved now. We cannot sit on the sidelines anymore.
Although white people have been part of the black freedom struggle since the days of the Underground Railroad, their level-up participation in the Black Lives Matter movement has surprised many people. But there have been mixed reactions from black people, some who question why white people are just joining the cause or feel this may just be a passing phase, while others welcome the support and appreciate finally having racism and violence against black people acknowledged en masse. Samantha Wright Williams was moved to tears to find so many white allies in her community willing to protest for Black Lives Matter.
I appreciate you. You guys give me hope.
There were a number of black protesters who came out and said, we had no idea that you white people were here and cared.
John is using his experience and expertise with public rallies to help up-and-coming activists in the Black Lives Matter movement.
I don't want to get in their way, but I do want to support them. I want to help them organize.
He recently helped to get the word out for two events in Simi Valley that were organized by 18-year-old Micaiah Foster. One was a protest on June 6th, and the other was the first ever public Juneteenth event held in Ventura County.
We don't need white people to use their voice to promote ours. We need white people to use their platform to let us promote our voice.
John's goal is to help nurture new black leaders like Micaiah and gather support for their message.
This is not the time for white people to be leading. It's the time for white people to be listening and to help.
Being an ally in the fight against racism, violence, and injustice has brought people like John to their knees, and being in solidarity is the only way to bring change that matters.